Hi dear students, today we are going to discuss one chapter, pollution. Have you heard about pollution? What is pollution? We can say pollution is a kind of poison that can destroy our earth. Okay, if you are not control that one, surely that destroy our earth. Okay, we can't live in this earth. We will suffer different types of diseases. Recently, one case is happened in Delhi. Their air is totally polluted and the people suffer different kinds of diseases. Okay, so different types of pollutions are the air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, etc. Okay, so let us start the chapter. Yes, pollution is synonymous with poisoning and if not eradicated may mean the ultimate destruction of all living creatures and vegetation on earth. Pollution may be classified into 4 categories. They are air pollution, land pollution, sea pollution and noise pollution. So, from the first paragraph, we can understand pollution is a kind of poison. If you are not control that one, that totally destroy the life of human beings and the vegetation on earth. Pollution may be classified into 4 categories. What are the 4 types of pollution? Air pollution, land pollution, sea pollution and noise pollution. Okay. Next paragraph. Every living organism requires life-preserving oxygen for its existence and growth. Can we imagine the extent of damage and destruction of this precious life-giving oxygen is polluted and transformed into life-destroying carbon dioxide? Is it possible to imagine? The oxygen is transformed into carbon dioxide. Is it possible to live in the earth? No, that totally destroying our life, the existence of life. This is what is happening is highly industrialized and advanced cities. The exhaust fumes from all types of motorized vehicles, the smoke and chemical fumes from factories and industries, and even smoking in crowded places produce carbon dioxide. Okay, so actually that is mostly happened in highly industrialized and advanced cities. So first we discussed about in the case of Delhi, that is totally polluted. The rivers also polluted, the air is polluted, totally polluted in Delhi. Okay, that is an advanced city and many industries are there. That's why as the result of that one, our earth is totally polluted. Can we imagine the oxygen is transformed into carbon dioxide? Is it possible to live in our earth? No, that is not possible to live in our earth. Next one, land pollution. Land pollution can be prevented if people are more social minded. It is a common sight to see housewives indiscriminately dumping household refuse in the black lines factories, emptying their chemical wastes into gutters and vacant yards and pedestrians blowing their noses or spitting at random. So next one, land pollution. We can prevent the land pollution if we are social minded. So it is very common sight to sight the housewives indiscriminately dumping the household refuse in the black lines. The factories emptying, they avoid their chemical wastes into gutters and vacant yards. The pedestrians blowing their noses, spitting at random. As the result of our land is our land is polluted day by day. Okay, the accumulation of refuse and the chemical wastes poisons the land, kills vegetation and contaminates the very food we eat. The rubbish heaps attract flies and rats, and these two pests are not for spreading killer diseases like cholera, dysentery, and plague. Many people have been prosecuted for indiscriminately dumping refuse, but the nuisance does not seem to abate. Perhaps the courts are treating the culprits leniently by letting them off with small fines. So, what did you understand from that one? Yes, when we avoid these kinds of wastes, that the rubbish heaps, rubbish heaps means maligya kumban. The rubbish heaps attract the flies and rats that spread different kinds of diseases. The diseases like cholera, dysentery, plague, etc. So our government gives some little punishment to these kinds of people, but they is the culprit leniently by letting them off with small fines. Actually, our government is not bothered about our government. We are not bothered about the demerits, the drawbacks of pollution. If we are social minded people, we can control the land pollution and other pollutions. So we have the role to control the pollution. Okay. Next one, sea pollution is caused mainly by oil slick from tankers which meet with accidents while entering or leaving a port. Large areas of the sea are covered with this oil slick that can kill all marine life, which forms part of our food chain. Most vessels empty their refuse and waste in the sea, which are ultimately washed ashore, making a mess of the beach. Next one, sea pollution. How it happened? Yes, the sea pollution is caused mainly by oil slick. What is the oil slick? Very smooth and slippery. Okay, so from the tankers which meet with accidents while entering the leaving port. When in the case of the ships with a huge tankers are there, when they avoid that time, the sea pollution is happened. Okay. Large areas of sea is covered with this oil slick can kill all marine life. That can kill all marine life, which forms part of our food chain. It means that affect the fish. Most vessels empty their refuse and waste in the sea, which are ultimately washed ashore, making a mess of the beaches. Next one. That means the ships flush their wastes in the sea. That's why the sea pollution is happen. Next one, noise pollution is something new. With the advancement of science, bigger and powerful machines are being produced to cope with the increased construction programs. When this powerful machinery operates, the deafening and thumping noise of it can cause anyone a nervous breakdown. Other noise such as the roar of jet planes, music being played at the highest volume can also cause uneasiness and inconvenience. So, the noise pollution is the new one. Okay, so that happened with the advancement of science and bigger, more powerful machines that produced different types of sounds. That's why the noise pollution is happened. So, the other noise such as the roar of jet planes, music being played at highest volume and can also cause the uneasiness and inconvenience. That also the causes of noise pollution. Next paragraph. All these types of pollution can be prevented if everyone realizes the dangers to which we are exposed. Government should promulgate new legislation to impose a very heavy fine and imprisonment for the persistent offenders. Offenders means kuttavaligal. Some of the advanced countries have already taken measures and are trying to find solution to the problem. If we fail to restore the ecological balance right now, it would be too late tomorrow. So, our government should take a strict action against these kinds of people, industries and other kind of people. So in different way our air and our water and sea is polluted. So our government should take a strict action against these kinds of offenders, and we have to take a heavy fine from their hand. Through this we can control the pollution. Otherwise, our ecological balance is lost. We can't live in this earth. If we fail to restore the ecological balance right now, it would be too late tomorrow. If we control now, otherwise we can't control it now, tomorrow we can't control this one. It's very late. Okay, that is the speciality of pollution. In different way we are polluting our nature and exploiting our earth. Day by day our climate also change. Now you can see changes of our climate. Okay, earthquakes, different types of cyclones, different types of changes are happening in our earth. Okay, so that's why we are bothered about our earth and our life. Through this we can protect our life in this earth. Otherwise we can't live here. That is the speciality of pollution. Totally destructed all living organism and vegetation on earth. Okay, so it's very simple chapter, but you have to bother about these kinds of matter. Then how to protect our earth. You have to think about the measures, how to protect our earth and the environment. Okay, so after reading the chapter, if you have any doubts, you just ask. Thank you, children. Okay.